more detailed information. And then if you can't respond to it, then it looks like a
good afternoon,
like a
good evening,
so I understand what
good morning, whatever it is.
That would be their method.
When you are
Having someone
experiencing this video of mine. Turn this down for a second. Continuing with our wizard to work on our seasonal, pretty much I'm just doing this to get the pet and the portrait frames, right? Because I don't have them for this account. I'm not going to be pushing hard. I'm probably not going to be doing several different tunes. I mean, I'm just like, this is just me being vain. I just want that pet for this account. On this game, nobody really plays anymore. And I'm streaming it for other people who still play this game that nobody really plays. Right? It's been shelved. The seasons they're just going through all the old seasons to get out all the pets and portraits for people who don't have them. And there are still quite a few people who still play this game and enjoy it. Just like any game that gets retired. It's like, what is it? When the 360 servers for Halo 2 shut down, wow, there was like a lot of people freaking out. I mean, yeah, that was their jam. I don't blame them. But, you know, I'm not going to be pushing in this. I'm not going to be pushing to 150s. So, where we're at on our seasonal journey, for right here for champion, complete an echoing nightmare, right? And I could just probably hop in and do one. Maybe get to 120 on it. Maybe not. Maybe die early, but I could get it completed. But I want to be sure I can get to at least a 125 because the Whisper of Atonement that drops in those caps at 125. And then I can start augmenting my gear with 125 gems. Right? And that's a lot. It's like 600 extra intelligence on each ancient item I have. So, right, all these items with the fancy gold border that are ancient. Not you. Not you. You. Not you. 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 Not you. 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 Right? All those get an extra 600 intelligence. Right? And it's a lot. It adds up to a lot of resist all and a lot of damage because I'm an intelligence-based character. Right? So, which is one of the reasons why I put a broken crown on my follower as early as possible. As soon as I got one, it went on her. And I put a topaz in my helm. Right? So I can constantly, anytime a gem drops, another gem drops, and that gem will be a topaz. So it's double gem drops, and I'm forcing topaz. Because you need a lot of, because you need 3 of those royal gems, the imperial, royal, whatever, biggest gem you can make. You need 3 of them, plus your legendary gem to augment with, right? So I want to go right to a 125 using the Whisper Atonements and 3 of those, and it takes a lot of them. Oops. All right, so if we go to combine, I haven't checked in a while. Let's see, 240. So that's a good. And it seems like I've burned quite a few of these up trying to roll sockets and stuff like that. So, and I need a bunch of them to go on my follower so that their skills are maxed out. Let's get Jim Bob. I was listening to Jim Bob. He just started his stream a little bit ago. Jim Bob is one of the debate guys I listen to. He is very conservative, very.
I can respect that.
He's Orthodox Christian. Like that burns some people. Some people think it's just
it's a safe
I think a lot of the arguments the Christians make, the Orthodox specifically,
Well, those
are more
I'm
solid
pretty,
when it comes
that's
to
like
when you're
second
talking
to me.
about
My priority is
morals and
respect,
values and how society works and runs and
you know,
right.
like
Not saying
peacecraft.
I agree with everything,
Those
but I
people
think
are
their
really
arguments on
I don't
stuff
want
are
to hear from
better,
people that just want to
right?
let's just
I like it when they
I want the
call shit out that isn't
affirmative
proper,
whatsoever. They'll see yup, JD, set
and
me
it
up, set me
because
false liar. Yeah,
that will
I
help
agree.
everybody, right? That will help my kids, my grandkids, your kids, your
This guy
grandkids,
calling in
great
says,
grandkids down the road,
let's talk
all
about code.
function better in society in a better functioning society.
Baby.
Right? All people,
And
oh,
he's
that's a
talking about
social
code
construct. Gender is a social construct. Well, okay,
and
what's a social
how
construct?
do you justify
Right? Social
infiltrating
construct
the
is something
existence
that people of a
of
culture
information?
agree on,
Because you don't
right?
have
And
to use
they
code, guys.
go by
I
that.
know it's a
Well, all
big
right,
word.
that's
Get
cool
the
and all.
atheist, the naturalist,
Okay, now what's a
use a
tradition?
phrase
A
that
tradition is a
will
social
serve the mind.
construct
But you
that
don't have to use code.
worked, that didn't fail society,
You
that
don't have to use
made
code.
things
There's information,
better,
and it's
right?
just as fatal either.
So,
Let's just take
are
a
we
listen.
going to
The link in
continue
the
to
description
do
now.
weird experimental human experiments on our kids to create a utopian society? Or are we just going to go back to some tradition and create a better society and then let the other stuff
Gematria, that's actually
slowly,
funny. Farmer
what
farm.
works and doesn't work,
I'm gonna
go
start
in
a
and out, right?
gematria.
We can't force extreme change on everybody. Well, like
It's chemistry.
90% of people don't like the way shit is going right now. 90%. Right? And to listen to the people on the extremes,
No,
how we're going to
bro,
run
it's just
society is non-inclusion in the middle.
works
It's a
in a certain
logical fallacy,
ordered way,
right?
bro. It's chemistry.
I know it's chemistry, just like the pen on your paper is ink.
Anyways, get those going.
Alright? It's still a language. It's a
I
molecule.
need, oh, that's right. I need an ancient puzzle ring. And I don't have one. Let's see what we have for a regular match really quick. 4,000, 4,000, 1,500.
Red Pill Highlight says,
All right.
from knowledge of finance by the
I think
in history. They chat. They,
we should be good here to go
I
do
agree.
this.
I
Let's
think all these people.
drop
it's funny
out.
that a lot of these gematria tards, and oh boy,
I
were they on display.
need
They,
switch
they call
hero,
people like me who argue against this
create
nonsense that
hero.
RP,
Let's see, I
CIA,
believe it's
shills,
Demon
agents,
Hunter.
and I'm like, it would most likely be the opposite. It would actually be
Stag.
more likely the case.
Steggy,
Jack
oh
Hubbard
Steggy Weggy.
and the likes of him are the
And
select
then
agents.
it's
You know,
5 of
getting
these.
people to be fully invested in those kinds of practices is like insane to me.
Have you come to
He just said that the paper equals the code.
And I know he just had an, I think he's going over
to how it got there?
a debate he had recently with
I was like, what?
Planet
Yeah, I
Peterson
just
on
choose
whether
to
or
believe
not
that a book that's been translated by hacks across thousands of years.
yeah, no,
is the
that's
story of a
that's
magical
not
sky
lie. That's not true. That's not true.
Baby, dude. He's
I mean, that is that art type of argument is called hyperbole, right? He's taking a simple idea and making it really, really, really way out there, way to like to make, and that's not true. It's not real. It's hyperbole.
Now. You're so petulant,
I'm
dude.
gonna-
Just engage with the guy. Just engage.
That's what I believe.
Alright, so you still haven't found an explanation. Can I encourage you to seek how that code came about? Because
You have no idea how that code came about.
I mean, I can infer it came from some intelligent designer.
I can infer that it came about through natural chemical processes.
No, the natural chemical processes that are informed by what?
Okay, well,
Now, here's what we know for a fact. That is exactly how DNA operates today.
Well,
A
who
miracle
programmed
does not
that?
happen when
How'd
when
that
your,
get programmed?
cell
How'd that happen?
divides or reads its
What's the
DNA.
trigger?
Oh, really?
Sorry, yeah, I don't want to absolutely 100% believe in a God,
doesn't happen
but if you
when a
reduce
cell
everything
divides
back,
and
it kind of
reads.
necessitates it.
Reads.
Dumb and Hunter.
Well, excuse me. How is it the case that nature, mindless nature, is, quote, reading information? What do you mean, reads?
That's a good point,
What?
too. That's a good point, too. How is a mindless nature reading information?
Under the naturalistic view, there's no miracle.
Under the
Something I'm
naturalistic,
actually
that's great.
describing as something
Let's,
that's
I haven't
completely
refreshed this
incompatible
over
with
here in a
nature.
while.
Reads.
There we
If it was a
go.
miracle, we couldn't understand it.
No. That's actually not even true. If it was a miracle, you don't understand it. Great. You agree with my argument against you guys.
All right.
Can you understand? Can science?
Here we go.
and
Here we
also
go.
physics understand how it is that the world is regular? Like what justifies that it's regular? No, you can't understand.
Well, I think just knowing the fact that all codes come from an intelligent design that we know of, we just
Yeah,
don't
it's
see
not a code.
See, this is where you get into trouble with the code.
Oops.
That's why, you don't need to use the word code. It's going to send them into a morass of associations. You can just use information.
Ah!
There's no way
God damn it. I'm just like
an evolution proponent can argue.
trying to listen to this.
Evolution as it's
This
described
actually sounds like a
doesn't
good
require
argument.
the transfer and reading by
I'm not gonna. I fucked this one up.
of information.
I'm not gonna get
It's an
it.
instructive process.
we just don't see codes.
It's not a code.
Yep.
Bro,
I fucked up.
educated you on this before, and you're still denying.
Fucked up.
Skeptical of everything says Forrest Valkai would own you on gender. No, that's the easiest debate going right now. Gender is the easiest debate. Debate Matt Dillahunty. I think skeptical of everything is a parody account. I haven't formally debated Matt Dillahunty, but if I can get
What are
him
you
to
boys doing?
arrive at his own mind,
You go back in the room. You go.
I think I've done my job.
Go.
The fact that it is a literal code.
Just ask him if it's information. What you call information lined up a certain way you could maybe extrapolate to call a code or whatever. But you don't even need to go that far. You just say information.
It's not a literal code. It's literally a
Information's actually better.
molecule, and it undergoes
Chemical stuff came from chemical process stuff. That's right, Justin. That's right.
reactions with other structures.
I understand you want to deny the reality that's a code because it's a blow to your worldview. It's like, wait a minute,
It's
real
really
code.
not. Even if it were a code, I could just as easily say it was aliens or that Scientology
Okay,
is
sure.
true.
How is that not a blow to your worldview, dummy? Even you saying Scientology now is possible, it would be a blow to your worldview, right? This guy's full of contradictions.
Fine.
Or whatever.
I mean,
Okay, well, no God required.
that just begs the question: who created the aliens?
Right.
Right, I'll concede. This guy just his happy place is being in a blender, apparently.
And if we don't know, we should assume it's God.
I mean, I assume it's God.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
for no
thinking it
good
that far.
reason.
But
Because there isn't a better reason.
I'm also debating,
Would that not be a good
Mark,
reason?
finally. Remember
So
that guy?
that's
He's
would
in
be
all
the
his
next
chats.
thing in the argument, right?
I'm debating him on Raging Tomato. We have to pick a date. The proposition is the belief in God rational? Now, Posh took this debate with Matt Dillahunty about 2 years ago at this point. I think they swapped rational with reasonable. He didn't want to go with reasonable because you can just come up with reasons, right? But rational is specific, and that's just as good for me because
That makes it, making it more
I won't give away
specific
goods, but I
allows
accept
you
the
to
debate. And
dial
this is a debate
in
where I'm actually
to the minutia
more
better,
affirmative
right? Into the
than Mark
into the
Reed's
granular of the
negative.
discussion.
But I'm confident in that proposition. Is it reasonable to believe? Is it rational to believe in God? Yes. Yes, it is.
again, for like the 10th
Justin says call in. Is there anyone? Do we get anybody? Define woman. A woman is a human organism that has female sexual developmental pathway versus a man who has a male sexual developmental pathway. So a woman would be referred to as a grown adult who has a female sexual pathway. Even if it's failed, it has a pathway. So that's the end of your debate, bro. Say goodbye. L's in the chat early on with Skeptical here.
This song. Da, 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 L's in the chat. Apparently he was responding to somebody in his chat. You can hear the little ones trumpet.
Now keep in mind, Skeptical of everything. When I ask you back from the defense what define woman, you don't actually have a definition. And the closest thing you can come to a definition of woman, if it pertains to something that's not identical to sex,
1,500 blood shards. How will I ever do that? So I think I have enough.
Way for you to define it without appealing to the thing that I just
After I get these blood shards, I have enough of the next whatever it is to get this one done. And I think probably this one. These two, and I'll leave these two undone. Because then I need a staff of herding, and I'm just not going to grind out a staff of herding for this. Right? Let me see. Let me check.
And the body always goes to one and it's binary.
Let's see. Quick check on Maxwell to see what this is.
I can't account for intersex. Yeah, you can.
Rax's guide. Let's see.
External view of what developed.
Yeah, 1,500, and then a rank 125, Whisper of Atonement, and any augmented weapon are the next two things. Right, so
features that seem to be
yeah.
But the developmental pathway is one or the other. And by the way, that has nothing to do with gender, because I can't identify as
and I think I can do one of these right now. Let's see. Less damage.
What did I say? Their counters
Yeah,
always
let's
refer
do
back to
this
sex
one.
anyway. I thought gender wasn't sex, so why?
Oh, I need 110. What?
Are you admitting that gender is now identical to sex? Thank you very much for conceding so early. That was easy. Derp.
In time.
Oop. Yep, I fucked up. Oh well. I'll get some more maths here shortly.
But I also have no problem believing people are this stupid.
Okay, so now need to get to at least a 120 or a 130 to make sure I can do a 125. So we're off leveling gems. How many? Let me see how many. I have 65 keystones available.
Becky, what do you think about this, Becky?
All right. That should be pretty good. That should get me there. So let's grab
58 likes. That's funny.
our push.
58 likes. Let's get that up to 201.
Okay, that should have.
Codes aren't real things. There's just ideas that exist.
Wow, that's
grab our
14, Peterson. Codes don't exist. Things
Our brains.
that exist in our brains, which under your view would be.
I need to figure out what the little my monstrosities are doing. They're being loud in the background. It's dangerous. It's dangerous when they're doing that.
He just says code isn't real. It's just a product would also be physical. Therefore, it would be real. ID because
I'm saving that one. I don't know why I'm saying. I just am. Maybe I'll use it somewhere else. We'll see.
We make them. We choose to describe them in those terms. But then you take,
And save this here.
I'm okay with saying like the data inside of a hard drive actually is a code. Cool, because we know
Okay,
that's a
nothing to
code.
spend there. 102 is as high as I went.
Make a fake heart that does what a heart does, and it requires
Need 1500 blood shards. Yeah.
You're saying no, we're mid.
What is my highest level gem on
Has
me?
no code that has no instruction.
Is basically a 70.
I mean, I bring this up all.
That would be okay. So I was
An
running.
engineering firm. Here
Yeah.
comes Vagine.
That's and I'm already at 1500 there. Yeah, we'll just.
How are you today?
I will just
Larry Peterson is. He's self-righteous
do this
although
and
he
see.
has
We'll
no
push.
grounding for
We'll push a little higher.
In more important news, I think I have built up a tolerance. By bot, I smell at least 20%
Oh,
less
don't
like
forget
the
to hit
poor-
my
In
potions.
a few more months, I might even reduce that to 50%.
Nice. Thanks, Vagine. This is a really good
And I missed what
comment right here.
whatever was being said there on his TTS.
This is really good. Yay, our Elohim. He says, who made it? Made it. Look, this is what's so great about knocking down. You can't get into the minutia of what he's saying. You have to go to things. If he says there's no code in chemistry, right? Chemistry doesn't code. It does, right? That's his.
Yeah, it does. I mean, otherwise you wouldn't know that
Chemistry is
two hydrogen, like one hydrogen, two oxygen make water, right? You wouldn't know that if chemistry didn't go.
doesn't code. It just does.
Oh my.
Humans are chemistry.
Oh.
Humans code. Conclusion, premise one is false. It's just too easy with these people. It's actually like
Oh my God. Sorry, that was. I had to back off.
To point to something in nature.
Get myself
Point to
together.
something in nature.
I wish the caller had the wherewithal. It's really simple to push this back on him.
That resembles sense.
Next time you guys get into it with your atheist friends and family, and when they run this argument that there's no code, there's no process of coding.
Just ask him to explain water. Just ask him, like,
You agree with this?
right, dude, and it's a, like, it's one of those laws of physics. No matter where you go in the universe, one molecule of carbon weighs what one molecule of carbon, right? Like in 1g gravity, right? We'll call it 1g, right? It's positive and negative retractions are that of carbon. It's carbon. It's exactly the same under every condition it would be put on here. It's exactly the same thing, no matter where you go. It combines with other elements in the same way, at the same temperature, same, like period, across the entire universe. There's no code in the universe. Shut the fuck up. That's not even scientific. That's not even, like, shut the fuck up.
Special category, special league for human beings. As my argument
Oh,
against
dear. Oh, that's fucking fucked up shit.
positional, but there's
That
this
was a
one
bit
event
rough. That was a
where
little
these
rough. We
people
still
say
got it in good
that's-
time, but
and
I
it's
could have got
very
whacked a
chemistry
couple of times,
can
and I
be
have. Yeah.
And then to say that is
All
also
right.
a code. A reach.
Okay.
All right. Let's see.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're not. But okay. But
You don't even know what I was gonna say.
Okay. Getting this almost need a stricken. We'll see.
It doesn't matter.
all right. So in biology textbooks, I have a references here. When it mentions that the DNA code, it doesn't have code in quotations. It just reads.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's literally.
It's a useful. It's a
It's
useful
not an
analogy.
analogy. It's not an analogy. It's a literal code.
Let me guess. When I say, "Is there a cell that gets transferred?" He's gonna say, "Well, no, that's an analogy." It's not actual information that transfers and instructs on how to operate, what to do, and all this stuff. Even multiple. No. It's not a. It's not a. It's not a. It's not.
I guess I can, like, on the next run, I'll put Mantles of Chanley in as well,
We'll switch to this though.
right?
There you go.
I get one more run and I should be kind of full of shit. Because 3 and out was
15 minutes.
when you're pushing.
Meme TV, yeah. So what's getting transferred if it's not? It's just an transfer.
Do you think Earth has titties?
Like breasts.
No, titties.
What is that supposed
There's billions of titties on Earth. Why?
to be? Something else.
No.
Dude, if he wants to be a smartass, throw it back. Throw that shit back. Yeah, there's billions of titties on Earth.
Titties.
Like,
Oh, so you deny
Earth has
the existence
billions of
Mother
titties.
Nature, then. That's interesting.
God, this guy is so retarded. Analogous to what the guys are doing. Because code, you can actually point to. This code it instructs. What does DNA do? It instructs behavior. Is he this dumb? He, no, actually. Now, somehow he got to a position where he's a teacher, got himself his lighting in his room, and he's got his thing, and he's getting confident in his channel, all this stuff. So this is what happens. The dumbest attempt to try to do a reductio. I mean, retard. It's actually dumb. No wonder he needs Grayson to do a round 2 with him. It's James from Modern Day Debate. You know, because he reached out and he said, "Hey, do you want to do a 2-on-2 with Peterson and Grayson?" And I'm like, "Since getting Grayson to rescue him and do a debate with me, because he knows he was absolutely embarrassed. How much his audience coddles him and soothes his little head.
Keep forgetting to pop
He knows.
pop a
what
potion and get that extra thing going every time.
happened is that
Come here, die.
science,
kill this guy.
science, he said, you don't need an experiment to figure out the cause of
Here we go, Shield.
Grayson's
And this,
summer. Yeah,
and
Grayson's
one more
really
batch
good.
will bring up.
Peterson lives in the house on campus and other things, and Grayson is in the the sorority. They're both on campus, the campus of Retardia. Houses.
Oh, right. That was awesome. Spawned right
So
when I
that's
was.
why I'm like, well, I'll take if one or two of my select top pick partners can do it. Up with this chick Taylor, who, no offense to Taylor, but I don't debate with a woman. First of all, as my partner. Second, you're not equipped enough to battle the minutia grass that Grayson's gonna pull up in a debate. So, there you go.
You know, like, literally,
Skeptical of everything.
Yep,
Says $2
one more,
things.
one more.
Actually,
Yep,
GPT
that's what I was saying
trans
earlier.
evolution,
One
you
more.
lose. What do you mean I will lose? Are we really up? Think ChatGPT, which is referencing a
Close that.
body of statements.
Still 3 minutes.
You really think
Pretty good.
ChatGPT
But
can adequately
it's taking enough hits
defend or
to kill guys where I don't need to worry about generating, and I have the extra crit generator
what an absolute retard you
in
are.
the thing,
You're just showing how dumb our
so I
society
should be able to put Mantles of Channeling on and not worry about grouping stuff up to generate.
Earth has mammals. The females have titties. Conclusion: Earth had. Well, actually, you could have taken that. but
See,
that-
that's what he just said. The argument I did. Oh yeah, there's billions of titties on Earth.
You know, sometimes
Like the
you-
mountains, aren't the mountains titties?
you
Like
could
just
almost
big
go the
pointy
demon,
titties?
You know, you could almost maybe open a demon. Yeah,
It's like, fuck.
which is it?
They want to make stupid arguments. Just like, come on. There's no code. Really?
PT for fun, but
Explain water. What is the chemical code for water? H2O. Oh, good. We do have.
defend
There
the
is.
trans. It's impossible. Why? Unless you code in ChatGPT identity, there's no way it could argue for it. At all.
Millions of people write books and they describe
Skeptical. Skillful. It's probably Doomer Doxy's other account.
nature. It's literally a female.
Yeah, I'm killing guys a lot better
Wow, this is
with the mantles in. It's definitely
anything else? Is there anything else?
definitely
I can
hitting a
look
little
at?
harder again now.
So much. Oh, it looks like Young Dawn. Look at these. They do this tour de testimony. You know, of course they go to the main priest here, Derek Mythvision, the main priesthood of deconversion. Glory. Come on, Lil Don. We have the same purple background. Change mine just to fit in here. Here we go. There we go. Now we're
Get
all
up here. Oh, pop
Here we
one
go.
of these too.
awesome.
Keep forgetting to
Now we're
pop
all
them
pop-
extra. There we
Lil
go.
Don, is that his name? Young Don? Oh no, Young
Long Dong.
He's deconverting. Deconverting from what? Deconverting from what?
You think you can cut your dong off,
And so I'm like,
become a woman? Is that what you're deconverting from?
So I was playing basketball.
Used to be a Christian and all that. So I'm listening, and then along
Nope, pop another one of those.
Those are brutal.
alongside this, and if I may,
And if I may.
use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
like this guy's some professor smoking a pipe and a smoking jacket in the library. If I may
So there I was.
be completely dumbass.
On my deconversion story on Mythvision. Excuse me, right? I gotta take a dump.
I love the violin music he's got playing for this guy's rant. That's awesome. Oh shit.
I ain't leaking the
That
lizard.
wrecked that
I gotta
dude.
properly dump. Derek, I got to dump.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get these supers.
Oh, another
Let me
one.
Go full screen. So Don, look, we're gonna get these supers. I want to hear right now. You know,
Damn, this guy has full ShamWow energy, doesn't he?
word.
Full ShamWow energy. That's great. Pop another potion. He's got full ShamWow energy.
Juicier and juicier.
Right back. He's such a fucking ShamWow. Look at his look ShamWow hair. I mean, look at the shine.
Conspiracy. What do y'all think so
Look at the
far?
shine.
We're gonna do it right now, just like
That's
that.
fucking hilarious.
The mess is gone into the trash. Do another one. We'll be right back. Maze here.
Loving this. It,
Oh, can we get it? You can't get enough in the crowd. Let's hear it. Like, this dude's a fucking such a little. How do you this? He's literally doing prosperity guy talk, but just as an atheist. He knows it too. Who's it? The guy knows it. He knows it. Doing.
okay. I want to hear more. I want to hear more.
I want to hear more.
Maryland says they circumcised lizards. 1, 3. I guess they want to combine the 2 and the 1. 2. We got some people like
4
this.
minutes.
This is juicy.
Talk about it.
15. Ooh.
We had a super chat.
Need
That's
to-
why.
Yeah. What was the super chat that said? What did it say?
Then go leak, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, if you want me to.
Oh, shit, I haven't
Vegetarian,
done
yeah,
these in a
Target,
while.
Probably.
All right. Yeah,
I
yeah.
I've never heard of him. Young Don. Young.
We'll cap this at 50
What
right
is he?
now.
Who in the chat knows? What is he? what is it? Wi-Fi. Anti-Trinitarian heresy. Okay, that makes sense. He escaped a Unitarian cult. Liberty. He's like, I want to make my tour. I want to go in my purple background. Am I right? Am I right? Shout out to my purple back.
Shout out to my
Shout
purple
out.
background.
There we go.
Man,
You can chime in. Yeah, it's your name, bro. And
right.
yeah, let me back out. I'll be right back.
What you got, little Don, with your fake ass shit, little super ice you got on there, little Don? I mean, young. What you got now? How y'all gonna Gunderson?
Okay, Gunderson says dedicated. Don forgot to mention he was while getting circumcised, not too dedicated after all.
Oh snap! How you gonna respond? Oh,
Well,
snap.
you know, I actually
Make a clapback track.
use this as further evidence that there is no Spirit. I imagine Gunderson, but you, I would imagine, believe that it's the power of the Holy Spirit that gives him the ability to resist temptation.
He was a Unitarian, then he briefly accepted the Trinity. Now he seems to have fallen off the edge completely. I mean, pray for him, honestly. I go the route of kind of mocking and ridiculing a little bit, but it's only because the
20
reasoning
lightning
is so
damage.
Was a very,
Ugh,
was very
and
hard on
the full
myself.
30%.
And so, that drinking any amount of alcohol
Right,
getting
and full
tipsy to
reduction 30%.
was considered drunkenness. I was not getting shit-faced. Me. I was not, you know,
The
tying
29, that's
We're
it.
talking
That, the
about
29%
one or
damage
two
to
glasses
elites.
of wine with
Capped
my
at
wife,
30.
And then
So that's actually not
I
too
just
bad.
committed a sin because I can
I
feel
almost
the
never run with the
intoxication.
Unity
I
ring. It's like, I
feel the
think it's
intoxication,
dumb.
and so I consider myself drunk. I wasn't throwing back or anything of that nature.
You tell him.
However,
Little
I
John.
did feel very out yeah, drinking, and I wanted to mention any Christians that this is fine. So I was old at that point in time. I
Okay,
didn't
where
go
we
to
at?
the doctor
Alright,
that you
alright.
couldn't get intoxicated.
Push one more of
Leading up to
these.
then, I did.
Gets
but
us to a
There are plenty of
114.
verses that talk about how wine was given to us to make the heart. And so that's what I did. I indulged in that, and I would.
Yep, come now. Start launching tornadoes. There we go.
199, super chatting because Lil John. Yeah, I
Drink, you know, a few glasses of wine every now and
wind
again.
down. Yeah, wind down. Just trying to wind down.
Come on, not drink some wine, bro.
Later,
Did you walk into a... Yes, this is all these shows are. These deconstruct stories are all these, like, pseudo-testimonials. They take what in their churches, that style. It's all these present your story and telling your testimony and trying to elevate the passion. Oh my god. They just reverse it and do it for atheism. Same shit. It's like a bunch of women book review.
I came out of that.
That's the vibe.
Doctrine, convinced by another pastor that was
Gosh, dude. No. Oh, but can you imagine having to talk this much?
how I was in sin. Earlier,
Gosh, how bad? Let's go back 10 years.
or in the period of my journey, I did have a
In this
problem.
period of my journey,
And I-
generally, when somebody starts talking about their journey, they're talking about getting run through like a train tunnel, right? I was on my journey of self-discovery. Oh, you were now, were you? That's what you call that now.
the first portion of my career as a YouTuber, making that
Yeah, I was totally on my
a
journey.
bottle of vodka, not throw up. I was a heavy drinker, and it ramped up and got to that place. And when Christian, and
When you
Yeah,
became
that-
a
ooh, here we
Unitarian.
go. And pop another one of
When
those.
I became a Unitarian, when I became a version of whatever the hell I think this is, you know, I actually
I was a member of this weirdo Protestant church,
Trinity Unite
and
was a massive change in my life.
Sorry,
became
man.
a free grace.
Like I get people like raging on churches and shit, right? But generally, when the churches they're raging on are these just weirdo Protestant churches, right? Where like it's a free for all. It's like you wonder why that didn't work. You you don't, you don't see any reason why that wouldn't work.
If you had accepted my invitation,
Oh goodness.
staying after and talking to people,
Well, my church, we believe
even, but
our founder fell and hit his head on a rock when he was a little boy, and a lizard done popped up and told him all about how he's gonna be a Mormon.
About drunkenness.
It's like, yeah, dude, like just
Drunkenness and they
is that how you convert?
Scientology, all that stuff, man. Okay,
said, oh, drinking isn't a sin, but drunkenness is a sin.
What's the difference?
this is like,
Also, by the way, being drunk,
oh,
not drunkenness, being intoxicated from alcohol, still isn't. We're talking about
drinking in the sin,
state,
right?
the continued state
It-
that you can't.
And for
Continue.
It's like he,
a while, really struggle.
Jimbo says I went to my first liturgy last Sunday. That's all. Oh. How was it? Skeptical of everything who we now know is a skillful troll. He must be born again of water. No, yeah, but you're just thing. We're talking about born again.
like his audio
Christians
keeps
is
dropping.
a cultivated denomination. Talking about whether or not you can use the words born again and find them in scripture, bro. Are you this retarded? Becky, what is going on, Becky? I mean, you're taking L's all day. You're taking L's all day. It's a little taster. But I found the word, the words. I found the 3 consecutive words.
Yeah, his audio is cutting out for some reason.
Found that called no man father in the description. So I'm for the your father.
really wrestle. I
Chick-fil-A.
remember times when I would be in front of the store and I would
Nope, can't quite pick them all up. Okay, what's our max? 16, 1500.
Do you need beers for tonight's debate or stream? And I'm like, yeah, please go to the door.
cry, not cry.
The alcohol store.
My
I call
bags
my
are full.
wife.
You wanted to cry and you called your wife? Marty, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up in my mouth. And then I
Yeah,
went
you
to
don't
the
cry in
alcohol
front of your
store,
wife.
and
That's
I wanted
not,
to,
I mean, it's got to be
and
a.
I called my wife
Let's try it.
and I cried.
Buy a
And
pair of
I was
gloves.
outside the alcohol store. This is. By the way, who was following this guy? Who was following this guy anyway? What was going on?
I
A whiskey outlet. Yeah.
feeling like I'm on the brink of tears. I just vent to her. It's like I really want to just come home. Like I need a drink. I need a.
Have a drink,
we
then
go.
come home. Stop whining to your wife about it. What is wrong with this guy? Imagine this was your. Imagine. Like, make up your mind, dude.
And I would pray, would beg God, and He didn't take it away. Is it not?
Oh, you wanted God to take your conundrum of either going home to your wife and crying in her arms, or you wanted God to do what? Wow, the tribulations are huge with this guy. I was out the alcohol store, and I didn't know. I felt sad, and I didn't know where to wife and cry. So I pray to God to please figure it out and choose for me. There are people who are born with no limbs. whose entire families just blew up in an Israeli bomb. Your tribulation, Lil Jon, is being at the back and not knowing if you want to take a sip not.
Okay, now we gotta
That's it?
get our
This is your testimony, bro?
gemstones.
The will
Probably if I'm
be sober. So I believe
gonna
in the
have to
Lord.
level
I have
up
faith.
Bane of the Stricken
Imagine that
now.
soberness is in alignment
Let's
with
get
the will
one
of
more
God. I
gem. Let's
have sober and it didn't happen.
I'm not even
Oh, you
sure
asked
what
God to
my
push
Bane
a
of the
button
Stricken
and
is at.
unfold and it didn't
I
happen.
know I was
Hey, God,
working
make me
on it. I
dunk.
think I have it at
God,
25.
I asked God make me dunk. I didn't dunk.
36. Okay, cool.
Up on the God.
So I can
I
get
asked for stuff.
run
I
one
want,
more,
and I was that. And then God was like,
but I'm gonna
no.
drop down
all.
probably to
I
100
gotta
so
go
I can
on
just
Derek Myth
run
Vision now
through
and make
them.
a counter testimonial.
Yeah, and that'll get me to a 90. If I just drop down to 100,
So
I can
I,
get them
there
all
I
to
was,
90
and I was like, there was like a strip.
pretty
I was at
quickly.
the store.
There you
It's
go.
like next
Gamble
to
for
the alcohol
gloves.
store. There's a stripper's. I had a stripper, and I was sitting there and I was crying. I was like, I don't want this. And I'll call my wife like, I'm gonna cry. I said, God, please remove them titties from me. He did. I opened my eyes. I was hoping that it looked like some sort of box with nothing on them. Just shine it. But he didn't do it. That's the thing, though. That's the thing.
There it is.
Yeah.
I was at the stripper store.
So that's the situation, man.
Well, that's the situation. Wow, now immediately. God didn't help you with worldly, temporal vice. He didn't take it away from you. God didn't do the work for you. Lil Jon, wow, young Don, killing it here.
Yeah.
They'll be jiggling my face. I said, God,
Okay.
jiggling.
I'm
Stop
going
the
to try
jiggling.
restarting
He
YouTube.
didn't. Why God make
Let's
them
see if
titties
that-
so big?
Get. Come on, close, you stupid fucker. Jesus freaking Christ. Close Smash. Close YouTube. Reopen YouTube. So I'm enjoying this. It's funny. But I'm getting audio drop. It's
Stripper
driving me
store.
nuts.
And I said, God, please, when I get out of this Uber, the stripper store that I just told the Uber to drop me off at
store.
doesn't exist. And I open my eyes and bam, it's still there.
Okay, that
It
fixed
wasn't
the audio
until
drop.
again I got into Messianic.
If God real well,
What are you boys doing?
I need to go on Derek Myth Vision right now because if God was real, Jiggle would not exist.
Christianity that I got under a different teacher, right, or was being influenced mainly.
Sam Shamoon calls him Young Don Satan-born. I mean, it's evidence that men are sheep, and I'm included.
Yes,
that
all men
need
are
to follow.
simps.
There needs
Every
to be something
freaking one of
to follow.
us.
You cannot follow your own thoughts like
We
this.
have to
I mean,
learn to recognize
this is
when we're
evidence. I mean,
simping
this is
and we're being
evidence.
controlled
Forget the 19th
by the
Amendment. I mean, I would
by the
I
Huda
would-
Puda.
By guys like David Wilbur, also guys like King
'Cause
of
we're
Context.
simps.
So I was at the Purple Tree store, and I was sitting there, I'm thinking,
Every
I want these
freaking
trees
one of
and
us.
plants from my background.
And women, modern
that are
women,
purple. And I pray to God that they
have
purple in the
absolutely,
back.
completely, totally
And
gotten
I
it
said,
figured
well,
out
let me ask if they have purple in the
and
back before praying
have
to
gotten
God.
it
And I
into
thought,
every
hey,
girl's head,
you
every woman's head
work here?
through conditioning
And they said, yeah, I work here. And I
how
said,
to use
"You
that
have
against
purple
us,
plants
right?
in the back?" And he said, yeah.
Because
And I
we're
thought,
simps.
well, I didn't need to pray to God for purple
Right? And it's
plants.
just, I'm not saying that,
He's a
right, some
Messianic
conspiracy,
Christian,
da da
all
da.
that. And
It's
he
just
was
the
like,
natural
"Listen,
order
man,
of things that they're gonna
it's not a
let's
problem
see
to
that.
have a
Oh,
glass
men
or two of wine with
respond to
your wife
this.
every
See,
now and again. And so
maybe
this
if
person,
we right,
you know, he's
it's
probably
just
from
like
a hyper legalist camp.
we are
type real
conditioning
white
them,
camp
they are
black
conditioning
shot,
us, and then they
which I
condition
have
the younger
interacted with
ones, and we can
hyper-legalist
just
camps.
right. We
We
just gotta
tried to-
I was sitting
stop
outside
that.
the Aliyah Bar
We gotta
Lounge,
stop
but-
that.
Well, I mean, it could have been this one.
What
Here's Little Don's uncle.
the fuck is that, shit, Bob? Little like, oh my god, that's fucked up. That's funny.
match.
What was I
He
gonna
has this
run?
guy that was getting shit faced while I was
Gonna run
mentioning
100s, I believe, till I
He's
got
still,
to
guys, he's
my
still
gems to
answering
90s.
that one super chat.
Oh, hold on. I gotta check and see what the mini monsters are up to.
I mean, how many minutes was it? 11. Okay.
What are you guys? You guys making a mess? What are you doing? What is this? No. We don't do this. All right. Did your Bluey stop playing? You gotta stop Bluey again? No. No? Are you sure about that?
Bingo. No, that's not bingo.
All right. Beep. Another little bit, and it'll be time to change butts again pretty soon. What time is it? 1:24. The other one should be getting out of school, be home here shortly as well.
It teared right there. It teared right there on my finger. I thought, please no.
Probably
Please no.
could have went back to, yeah, for these ones I could have grabbed my gauntlets back. Or bracers, actually. I'd probably go faster, group these guys into a nice little pile, make them all blow up.
I thought either one of us was enjoying the pleasure of sex with each other. I just stopped. I was like, please no, please no. So we just stopped.
He's off on a tangent now.
Stop.
This happens occasionally when you hear, like, somebody will say something that's so dumb. He'll just go on like a 15-20 minute comedy tangent about how stupid something somebody said is.
Wow, good job. You addressed 6 minutes of a story of a question that didn't matter. All you had to say is, no. Drunkardness is not the same as singular being drunk.
Yeah, and I just want to point out, Jesus literally performs a miracle to make the party keep going after they're already well tipsy. And so that's Jesus himself. So
Did Jedi ever engage with Lil Jon before, or what? I'm surprised Jay,
Probably not.
given that he created, Pastor Randy Balls, didn't do a mimic of this guy. And that's right in his wheelhouse, isn't it?
according to John, which
Right.
So okay,
You
where
almost
we're
said the
at,
Becky line.
you literally get the snip. You're anti-Trinitarian. The Earth is flat. You literally are trying to keep the law. You believe that's right.
I might need to drink after this.
We're coming back. You hinted at it. We're coming back to Trinitarianism at some point. What goes on that gets you to start doubting this? Or
I think that vision, I think your audio is bad. Your mic is cutting it.
what did you encounter that caused you to start shifting? Or is there more we need to address while you're in the Messianic movement?
Right.
Young Don went to the Orthodox. Did he, or is that a joke? Did he? Lil Jon is crazy. Orthodox praxis says all deconstructionists fall under two categories. Someone in the church hurt me, therefore the old church is bad, and realized they can't do whatever I want to do. Usually the second incident.
And
In fact, the
I'll
second
just
kind of
level
informs
this
the
up
first
to at
anyway,
least
right?
75 or right, and then I'll swap the gem out
Because the
because if I'm
thing,
gonna
someone in the
like
church hurt me is basically saying,
115 was a little iffy. It was taking a few hits to kill stuff. So I don't know. By the time I get everything,
So I was into Hellcat stuff.
I'll just keep with the.
Trying to put this woman, my girlfriend, my mama's name. I said, please God, let this go through. Let this go through. And it didn't. My kid lost it. Not to mention, my kid lost a T-ball game that week.
Okay. Yes, we're coming to the end of the Messianic.
He does the guy's voice. I can't tell. So if it's Jim Bob and the actual dude half the time,
This
like,
is what I'm doing. I'm
did he
doing
really
this.
say that?
I'm anti-Trinitarian. I'm reading R. Urban.
So you're doing Jew stuff. So you left Christianity, which was just Jew. What? Wait, no, Messianic. Okay, hold on a second. Wait, that doesn't make sense. I thought Messianic still.
Yeah, there's way more.
I thought Messianic
The Jewish fast,
held
Jewish
Christ
faith has way more rules you have to
as the
follow
Messiah.
to be Jewish than there is in the Catholic faith,
I thought
right?
the Messianic Jews still
Like, why would you do that?
held
Like, even
Christ
the
in the highest
there's
regard, but are you saying
there's not a high conversion rate for Jews to Judaism, right? They don't go out and try and convert people because they understand there's a ton of stuff in their faith. It's not something they actively do. They're like, just be a Christian, you know, bro.
Yeah, I don't understand. Why is he in a contradiction then? Heresy about keeping the law. Yeah,
So,
that part, they
yeah, I don't even understand sometimes people like.
this law aspect, but in regards to
I think
Christ,
a lot of people involved in
just a
these
dumb
debates
sect,
about
that's
faith and
probably the best way of
religion
putting it, enslaved by truth.
fall into the category of that gematria guy the other day who
You should
just
listen to Muslims.
wouldn't shut up and wouldn't listen and was just
You definitely
schizophrenic.
want to listen to Muslims.
Like, just freaking
We're
schizophrenic.
debating the Trinity.
Right? On medications every day so they don't see aliens sticking needles in people's eyes all day long because they seriously believe there's aliens among us and they're sticking needles in people's eyes.
What? Please,
Right?
brother, I am talking. Please. Tell me how 1 + 1 + 1 = 1.
So, introduce this idea that
They're the only ones who believe in Jesus, I don't know that much, but I looked into it very briefly because saw it coming up on my feed. There was a little hat guy in a fedora who does gematria decoding, who's proclaimed to be a Messianic Jew, but he's just perpetually doing gematria decoding, and there's no real theosis in his work. What he's saying.
that Paul is a false apostle and he's a liar.
What?
And so I was like, that's an interesting perspective. Then I find out that there are also other Messianic Christians, and at this point, you'd be hard pressed
The Momos told me.
to still call them Messianic.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Christians,
heretics.
Jewish followers of Jesus.
Okay, just like, again, like I make this
Amped up.
analogy every once in a while,
Whatever the next.
right? Say you're really into literature, you're really into Shakespeare. Let's assume for a second that Shakespeare is your main literary gig. It's like there's nothing for you out there better than Shakespeare, period. Do you want to read
This guy's a droning.
the newest version of Romeo and Juliet for film, or do you want to read the closest version to what Shakespeare wrote? Like maybe in his own hand, like a copy of the book, the play, in his own handwriting, right? The original, in the verbiage used at the time, or do you want one with Leonardo DiCaprio, right? Or do you want that version, right? You're a serious Shakespeare fan. Well, no, you're gonna want the one that's closest to the original play. I kind of look at religion like that, and the Bible, and the practice of Christianity, right? The closest one is the Orthodox Church. So if you're gonna learn, if you want to find, like me, like I said, I'm not a practicing Christian, but if I'm gonna go to it, I'm gonna want to go to the one closest to the root, right, of Christianity, and that's the Eastern Orthodox Church. Like everybody else is just they're heretics. They're people who wanted to bang their sisters, but the faith didn't allow them to bang their sisters, so they created a new sect, right? That's why there was a schism in the church. Like the Roman Catholics wanted power. They wanted influence over the elites and over society. So there was a schism. They created a pope. The pope. Oh my goodness, that is cute little backpack you're packing, kiddo.
You know, you don't have a spiritual law.
I don't think this guy's a person. I don't think he can actually think.
Oops, I haven't talked to Chickadee
By
yet.
no circumstance.
Oh yeah, you going on a hike? Where are you going to? Where are you going? Where are you headed?
That's like, look, if Christ didn't exist, goodbye Christianity. You know what I'm saying? If he like look at it this way. If there was no Christ, bye Christianity. Wow.
Well, yeah. No shit. No shit. The guy's name is in the name of faith. Christ. Christian. The fuck? I'm a Buddhist. I follow a guy named Buddha. Right? Like, come the fuck on, bro.
Yeah, but that's not saying much. That's like saying take any
Oh,
essential
shit.
element of the Christian faith, revelation, miracles, and you don't have. Yeah, and
When you get to Silky, the book Revelation, the letters from
they're low IQ. I think they're worse than that too. I think calling these just low IQ takes is fairly charitable, especially from you. You must be having a good day. You have a good day? Tumor Doxy? This is a good day for you.
from James and John and Jude, and you know you still get to keep the Gospels, all four
He's
Gospels.
slower than a sloth.
You maybe got to get rid of Luke because Luke is Paul's companion, so you get rid of the Gospel of Luke.
You just
Get rid of that.
just do that. Just take it off the Monopoly table instead. It's like if the library wasn't a block on the Monopoly card board, it's like what would be there? It's
What be there? Oh, Jesus.
And so you get rid of those books, and then
you know what's so I guess it's predictable,
But
but just kind of
I guess if you like,
there's like this thing. You know what I mean? Like they have their own. You know the OnlyFans scenario where the chick who red hair, she quits porn and then she does her revival porn. There's a version of that already going on that has been where these like sort of like mid-key players of online apologists who are really not part of anything. They're just part of their own philosophy, basically.
yeah, that's me. That would be me.
The myth vision atheist.
Yeah,
Like,
not really atheist. I think
very set in motion.
atheism requires more faith.
You know, it's like when
Faith in
someone
Christianity, right? You got to really dig in and believe there's nothing. I mean, nothing. Nothing means nothing. Everything nothing is nothing. Nothing means like we're just
they get kind of like
fizzly fizzles. Like our brains are just chemical fizzes, and like pop rocks, right? Just soda pop and pop rocks. That's all our brain is. That's all our thoughts are. And when we die, there's nothing. Nothing. We all come from nothing. Nothing. It's the church of nothing. We go back to nothing. Nothing is nothing. There's no act. Not right. No. There's no chemistry's not real. Right. A lot of physics aren't real. None of that's really real. Nothing is real. There's nothing. It's the faith of the nothing. No, I just can't do it. I can't. I'm like, yeah, no, bro.
You got to anti-Trinitarianism and you thought you can call yourself a Christian, but now this is too far. Am I getting that right? But you got to rejecting the central core of Christian practice.
I mean, I'm a
The
dumbass.
the entire
Seriously, I'm not. I don't claim to be super bright or super, but
You're going to reject
like,
that.
I don't know how people get to some of the points to do. I think about it. I do. It's what they've learned in school,
I don't even think
or
this guy's
taught not to believe in school. They were taught
I'm so surprised.
to not to think about things in school. Because if you think about stuff, you really like, right? And you say, okay, These are the laws of thought.
A little bit more on to
This is
like
a
all the research.
okay. Now let's kind of think about this. These
This
are
guy reacted to one of Dyer's videos. Jay reacted to his reaction, and I swear this dude Don is low IQ. I figured that. There's no way this guy escaped Jay's radar. It's impossible.
Jay Dyer's pretty good too.
I
Like
know
Jay
this guy,
Dyer's funny,
this is the guy,
but he's also has this somberness, right? All the like he's very serious about
he was Christian.
when he's actually talking about something that he's serious about, right? And more of this clownery as buffoonery comes towards the people who are just not very well read, right? Just or outwardly deny reality. Like
Like his account,
if you're denying,
Christianity was already
right,
so it's not like a huge
denying that a man is a man, a woman is a woman. If you're out openly denying that,
Eastern Orthodox
right, that's in violation
I mean, there are some people
of the law of contradiction, because that's a contradiction, and it's
hard.
X equals X, the law of
I think that's incompatible.
my brain just drew a
I
blank,
did see a debater on
right? Love it.
I did
Go
see a
kill
debater
these guys.
on modern day debate who claimed he was arguing from an orthodox position, but then when soteriology came up, he presented a universalist position on
Yeah, see, that's probably
judgment. And
yeah. I would never fully argue that stuff. I'm just saying, if you want to, like that's the direction he's going.
I could see the
like
position where
my brain is still empty right now as
that
to
position as
first law of X equals
just take
X,
that is the
which
position.
is the law of identity.
It's
The law of identity. I don't believe that. Exactly. Look out of my head there. Or, see, I'm a dumbass. I'm not that bright. I like have to work to remember a bunch of shit.
And honestly, I don't think there's a strong argument for it.
Hello, kiddo. Oh, it's the mommy. Hold
I
on.
can't even trust the cat. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, and so
Hey, look who's over there. Look who's home. Are you home? Oh, just okay.
In a toy store.
I take it he's picking the monsters up. Right.
So that makes me happy. Does it make you so happy?
Look at the dude jump slow through the air.
That makes someone happy.
So debuffed.
Jake Cole, anybody know what Jamal thinks about Paul lying about his conversion? What is that question? Do you want a Yelp review on it? I mean,
A Yelp review. All right.
asking what I think.
I'm going to be AFK for a minute. Actually, just right now, I'm going to be AFK for a minute. I'll be back. All right. Oh, and I forgot to go back to my screen to see if I got any chats. No, I do not. Nobody loves me. But anyways, thank you for joining me on this shorter stream. The whole family's here, and I get to go back to my house. So I'm going to cut this one off, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow or whatever. If you see this on Twitch, want to see more of my shit, take the link over to my YouTube channel. All my videos are archived there. If you're on YouTube, maybe come over here to Twitch and follow me here. Get some notifications when I go live, so you can come harass me in the chat. I'm usually on in the mornings, if that's which sucks for a lot of people. But all right, peace out.